Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. A quick recap for part 2. The team selection happened the same as usual, and Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura were introduced to their sensei Kakashi. He told them that in order to officially become Genin, they have to pass his test, which involves stealing 2 bells from him, and those who manage to steal one will pass, and those who don't will get sent back to the academy. We left off at the showdown between them, which starts right about now. Naruto and Sasuke still facing Kakashi, their sensei, one of the most powerful ninjas in the village. The 2 boys were determined to pass the test before them and prove their worth as ninjas. They glanced towards each other and gave a quick nod. Sakura stood behind the boys, nervously trying to stand her ground. Kakashi watched them closely, analyzing their every move. He was a skilled and experienced warrior, and it was clear to them that he was holding back, as indicated by his lazy stance, in order to give them a chance to prove themselves. Naruto, with surprising speed and power, charged at Kakashi with a kunai. Kakashi, however, easily dodged the attack and countered with a swift strike to Naruto's stomach, sending him flying backwards. Sasuke, seeing an opportunity, unleashed shurikens and aimed for Kakashi's chest. Kakashi, with a quick movement, dodged Sasuke's attacks. Naruto, now back on his feet, crossed his fingers, using multiple shadow clones to surround Kakashi and attack him from all angles. Kakashi, however, was able to see through the roofs and quickly dispatch the clones. Unknowns to Kakashi, though, Naruto was gathering intel on Kakashi's fighting style without having to take punishment for it. Sasuke, seeing that their tactic was working, decided to use a Sharingan and quickly rushed through a couple of hand seals, finishing in a tiger seal. Kakashi, shocked, was caught off guard that Genin already knows elemental jutsu, backed up to make some space between him and his opponents. But it wasn't over. Naruto jumped to Sasuke's side, going through his own hand seals. They both puffed their chests, unleashing their jutsu. Fire style, great fireball jutsu. Sasuke unleashed a massive fireball towards her sensei, and right after that, Naruto expelled a howling wind towards the fireball to enhance it even further. Their combined attacks created a great inferno that Kakashi knew he wouldn't be able to easily dodge. He knew he couldn't afford to hold back at this moment. He quickly flashed to his own hand signs, yelling out his jutsu. Water style, water wave. Using a nearby water source and a large amount of chakra to create a large wave of water to dissipate the incoming inferno. Meanwhile, Sakura was spectating and was shocked at the power displayed by her classmates and sensei. While she expected her sensei to be strong because he is a Jonin after all, she didn't expect her classmates to be that strong. She knew they were the top of the class, but she didn't expect power like this. This was power beyond Genin level. She felt a tap on her shoulders. Startled, she turned around to see Naruto right behind her. He leaned over to whisper a plan in her ear. Back to the fight. Naruto and Sasuke continued to engage their sensei in taijutsu battle, trying to proceed with their plan. By this point, Kakashi had revealed his Sharingan. These boys were no mere ordinary Genin. He wasn't going to take them too lightly any further. The timer Kakashi set up rang loudly across the field. They reached the test time limit of 1 hour. Well. It seems that you guys weren't able to retrieve the bells from... Kakashi was interrupted by Naruto. Are you sure about that? He said smugly. You might want to check again. Surprised, Kakashi looked down to his waist to see the bells slowly dissipating like a mirage. Genjutsu, he thought, alarmed. He heard the bells clanging behind him. He turned around to see Sakura grinning, holding the bells, making the peace sign. I was so focused on the fact that these 2 right there were so advanced, I didn't take a moment to consider Sakura as a threat, Kakashi thought. Let's see how they proceed. Alright, Sakura, now that you got the bells, what will you do now? He asked her. Her grin quickly disappeared. She slumped down a bit. She felt she didn't deserve it as much as her teammates. Heck, Naruto was the one to come up with the whole plan to distract Kakashi and give her the instructions to execute a genjutsu at the right time. And Sasuke was doing almost as much work as Naruto. She just basically stood there and she felt like she didn't compare to them at all. Arriving to a decision, she gave each of her teammates a bell, although none of them seemed surprised. I'll give them the bell, sensei. They did the majority of the work, Sakura explained herself. There was a momentary silence across the field. Sakura slowly gets uncomfortable with the silence. You guys passed! Squad 7 starts its first mission tomorrow, announced her sensei, giving them a thumbs up, somehow smiling with his eyes. You guys actually exceeded my expectations. I am proud to announce you guys as Team 7, Kakashi happily announced. Then Kakashi went on to explain his ninja motto, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with. But for those who aren't, it goes like, those who break the rules are scum, but those who abandon their comrades are even worse than scum. Hearing this struck a chord within all 3 of them. It made them see their sensei in a new light. To celebrate and reward his new team, Kakashi retrieved the lunchbox, or bentos he brought earlier, and offered them to the trio. Non-stop fighting for 1 hour straight had them build quite the appetite, so they happily ate the free meal offered to them. Before heading back to their home, Kakashi announced that they'll take their first official Team 7 photo as a way to make this day memorable to them all. Kakashi went back to the Hokage office with the other Junins to report that his team have passed. And of course, the same team from the original series passed as usual, but Kakashi surprised everyone when he announced that Team 7 passed with flying colors. Seeing as how Kakashi never passed a Genin team before, this was history being made right before their eyes. He explained that his team has exceeded his expectation and he can't wait to see how far they'll go. Next morning comes and Team 7 were eager for their first mission. Naruto and Sasuke were especially excited, thinking it was going to be something worthwhile. But they were sorely disappointed at the task at hand, which involved basic labor work such as dog walking, painting fences, delivery work, etc. This annoyed the team quite a bit, and Naruto thought, what's the point of this? We're ninjas, not laborers. But he's quickly come to the realization that the purpose behind all of this is actually a pretty neat system that's meant to condition you for shinobi work. It's to get the new Genin used to the workflow. First, they gotta wake up, get together, go to the Hokage for a mission, go over the mission, assign task, do the job, report to the Hokage, collect payment, go over the mission with the team, go home, and manage personal finance. Which makes sense considering you can't just give combat missions to a brand new team before they get the basic level of teamwork down, regardless of their prodigal status. There's too much of a risk they'll screw up, so they just gotta deal with it for now. They've been doing this for a month now, and the team has bonded over quite a bit over this course of this time. More like Sakura got to know her teammates more. She realized how much of a workaholic they are. They're always up and ready for their mission, and depending on the time they receive their mission, they do extra training of their own. This amazed and inspired Sakura to take ninja training seriously. Kakashi tried to teach the basics of chakra control to the team, such as the tree walking exercise, but Naruto and Sasuke were quick to tell him that they're way beyond that stage, even showing him that they can also do the water walking exercise as well. They've been working on conditioning their body by wearing weighted gear while doing their D-rank mission. Also working on their elemental techniques, which prompts Kakashi to ask how they've been able to multitask at such level. Naruto just showed them the shadow clone technique and explained how they've been exploiting its full benefits. This amazed Kakashi at the resourcefulness of the prodigious duo and gave him an idea on how he trained them personally. He made 2 shadow clones to simultaneously train each member of his team. He assigned each clone to Naruto and Sakura, and the real him focused on Sasuke to help train his Sharingan. First with Naruto, Kakashi had him test his chakra nature to discover his dominant element, and to his surprise, he had 2 strong affinities towards both fire and wind. This gave Kakashi more options considering that Naruto can create way more shadow clones than everybody here, meaning he can absorb more information at a quicker pace. He had Naruto refine his taijutsu while simultaneously working on his chakra nature to make his ninjutsu usage way more efficient. Next, Sasuke being an Uchiha makes things even more simple for him. He also discovered that Sasuke also has 2 chakra elemental affinities as well, such as lightning and fire. Since Kakashi's main element is lightning, he can further help Sasuke with his training. And lastly, Sakura. He had his work cut out for him, but you can see she has potential. She has an unusual amount of chakra control for her age. She would be very proficient in medical jutsu or genjutsu. While he can't help her too much with medical jutsu because he only knows the bare minimum, he can at least help her in genjutsu. He didn't have her working on any elemental chakra training or anything like that because of her low chakra reserves. He had her working on her physical training and endurance to increase her chakra levels to as much as possible. After doing this for about just over a month, the team finally received their first C-rank mission. It was to guard a bridge builder by the name of Tazuna, and he was not impressed by the sight he came into.
You really expect me to believe that these runts are meant to protect me in my journey?
Kakashi smoothly replied, I assure you, my team is more than qualified for a simple bodyguard job.
If you say so,
replied Tazuna.
The team was briefed on the details of the mission.
Their mission was to safely escort Tazuna to the land of ways and make sure no harm comes towards him. And that's the end of today's video. If you made it this far, I don't see why you shouldn't drop a like and subscribe. Also, drop a comment down below and tell me what you guys thought of part 3. And how do you think it's going to go with the wave arc? Do you think it's going to be easier for them, or it's going to be just as difficult as it was in the original? Anyways, until next time, Snot out.
Yes.